Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the EGL 1 main event. It's great to be here. We got a cracker of a game going up today. The likes of Game Has Changed and Aura Gaming. Going to go head-to-head in this low bracket round 1. This is the final match of that low bracket, so this is the elimination for both teams. Both teams looking to move on into round number 2 to face off against some of those upper bracket teams that made it through. And of course, I'm joined by, of course, Mr. notAhero. I don't know which side of me you are. There you are.
I think I'm on the left-hand side. Yeah.
Left. My left is your left. This is not helping. But how you doing, man? It's going to be an exciting game. This one. These teams haven't faced off against each other too much in the past, but both quite prevalent in their own right.
I think it's going to be a highly contested game. We've seen some solid performances by both teams, and when it comes to like a skill cap, I think they both on the same level. GHC is kind of another up-and-comer team in the scene. Like we spoke briefly about BSL being like a team that people can look at that are improving quite hectically, and I think GHC also falls into that bracket. These guys are improving significantly. Like if I had to find them like 2 years ago in a pub, I would have been like, okay, well, this is going to be a easy game. No disrespect to them, but like the last few weeks, every time I found them, they've actually beaten us the majority of the times. So very, very strong side. They've got some good ideas, and their players are hungry. So definitely going to be exciting to see what they bring to the table. But then Aura Gaming has been around for a long time, and they've had some big names on their teams. I'm not sure who's recently joined them. I saw 626 was like contemplating it, but they've always been a solid performer. They've been a Prem/First Division team, depending on their performances, but definitely high skilled, ready to go, and none of these teams want to go home tonight, George.
No, neither. None of them do. I mean, this is like I said at the start, this is the low bracket round number 1. So the winner of this is going to have to go up against the likes of White Rabbit Gaming in round number 2.
But more importantly, the loser goes home.
Yes, no, I was going to get to that point. Both of these teams qualified for the event. Oh no, sorry, Aura Gamer was probably the wildcard, but the likes of Game Has Changed, they were the 4th to 8th place in the qualifiers. So a lot of what do you call it? Pride, not pride. A lot of running on this match for them to move on and get a top or higher place in here at EGL 1. But,
yeah, I also think Aura had maybe a bit of a bad luck when it came to the draw for the qualifiers. I think they faced off against Duck, or I think it was Pingu maybe, like quite in an early stage, and they got knocked out by them. And yeah, just showing that, okay, well, we were knocked out into the wild card by one of the top 5 teams in SA, so don't feel too bad about it. And they must just like, it's redemption story. They came into the tournament, the seed, obviously they came down to the lower brackets, they won their first round, and they just, both these teams to keep that momentum going. I would kind of like to speak about drafts quickly.
Sure.
I know GHC loves this Axe Spectre like combination. They still put the Axe into the offlane. Not much carry Axe, but I think the hero can do the same thing from the offlane. It just takes a bit longer. And then they combo it with Spectre, because the Axe is in the pressure cooker on the map, and Spectre then chooses his targets with this Echo Saber build that we've seen like legitimately or like religiously coming out on the hero.
I've been playing myself. It's just that haunt in and then that instant bit of pure damage that you get onto the hero, not to mention the slow. So normally swapping out for, say, the diffusal slow that you'd have to go to stay on top of someone. But it's a nice answer to the hero that I think it's just, in hindsight, it's sort of that thing of why hasn't anyone done this sooner? It gives you tank, gives you damage, gives you a bit of regen, a bit of int, so you can spam your dagger if you like as well in that early bit of farm. But no, the main utility of it is that haunt in, that double hit, and the slow, and just...
Yeah, like you can just pick off supports like from 12 minutes on into the game. You can choose a target that's a little bit further back, and the moment you've hit him twice, he needs to run away, and Spectre can choose if he wants to commit or go on to a different target. So it has changed the game. I saw in the major last night, though, it was heavily countered. Teams are running Doom middle, and then the Doom just goes Blink, BKB, Ags, and Spectre is completely taken out of the fights because it increases the duration, it breaks him completely, so he loses Desolate and Dispersion, and the hero just can't do anything in these fights. Like, and you don't want to build a Lincoln Sphere on a Spectre, and even if he does, then the Doom just picks up Heaven's Halberd or anything like that just to pop it. We saw EG building 4 Lincoln Spheres on their draft, and they stacked them
That was the
on top of
funniest
a
thing.
hero. Like the Spectre runs forward with 3 Lincoln Spheres on him, just so Doom can't like Heaven's Hold but Doom him. So
it was the TB versus the Doom. They put 2 Lincolns on him, and then as soon as the 2 Lincolns pop, they put Lotus on Doom's Lotus himself, and it's or
like the Lotus plus Lincolns, and he just dooms himself. And
all he needed was a mirror shield, as Sunsfan and Cinderin said. But no, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams match up. I'm having a look at their past matches, and not too many overlapping heroes between both of them. Game has changed.
Are we going to see any Hoodwink?
Let me check. It doesn't look like it based off their past game, but they didn't play against it either. Aura played against it when they went up against EG. Sorry, not EG. Well, actually, it is EG. XD Gaming. That's the ones. So they might pick it up for themselves, but Hoodwink has been this hero that's quite highly contested at the moment. 8 games that it's played so far in EGL 1, winning 7 of them at the moment. So a very high win rate there. The likes of, I believe it's Frostbite and White Rabbit that played it the most. And then some of the other top teams also picking it up. Grove, obviously.
The hero just gives everything a pass 4 needs, and then it's got a break mechanic, which is so crucial at the moment because no one wants to be building a Silver's Edge.
No.
That item needs to be reworked, needs to be changed. But these break heroes are just so good because you don't necessarily always want a Viper in your draft, and Hoodwink just gives you a secondary option to get on top of it. But George,
it's an insane amount of damage for the price. Let's say it like that. But yeah, like you're saying. That's probably we can see as well that we are getting into the draft here for game number 1. So what if you did mention a bit on the draft side? You think Hoodwink is going to be a contested hero here?
Like I think Dragon Knight's probably like the go-to, and I don't know if these teams are going to take it out. Like AA was just taken out, so it makes Dragon Knight even better. The hero is just like, as from an offlane perspective, it just looks too good, and it doesn't mean it has to be offlane. It's a flex spec because it can still go into the middle if it's favored, and the hero just looks, I don't know, the stun. The pros are ignoring Breathe Fire completely.
5 seconds remaining.
And then he just they just have this big tanky hero running at you, blinking at you, stunning you, and it's a good offlaner. It's good tempo on the map, and it gives you tower push, which a lot of teams are lacking at the moment. We've seen a lot of pos 5s doing like range pos 5s have become extremely popular. I'm not necessarily a fan, but it has kind of developed. The meta has gone into that direction. You have this Dragon Knight front line with 2 supports behind him that can deal quite a bit of damage or have a save or spell casting. So I'm surprised by the Void Spirit ban. I think that hero.
I think that's a respect ban for the likes of Omen or Lightning. I can't remember which of them played it in the 2 or 3. But I think that's just a comfort pick respect ban on that side. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Hulbert here and say GHC needs to fix their flags. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on.
What is going on here?
Move it over just a tad. It's half the picture you upload. Come on.
Spirit. Okay, so there we go. Like not range supports. Like that's my kind of type of play style. That's what I like to see in drafts. It's a hero that puts pressure on the map. It applies pressure. It's a good initiation for your team, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a core. So yeah, the hero just and then they respond with Doom instantly. Yeah, that's nice. Once again, flex spec. We spoke about the hero going middle. You can also go into the offlane role. Still, from an offlane perspective, you can just go drums, blink dagger, then BKB if you need it. Otherwise, straight into Ags if you need a break. And the hero has looked extremely strong. Melee cores have been struggling to lane against it, and it's good combos for heroes like Hoodwink, etc. Lion has been taken out, so I would have said Lion. I hate this Lion hero, but he's been like extremely prominent because of the offlane combos that go with him. So like Dragon Knight, Doom, Mars, very, very strong. What is this?
I'm wondering.
TB.
Ooh. Straight off. Second pick T. I guess if they pick the Doom, that's sort of the taking away. And they have the likes of the Shadow Demon band, which is a very good matchup against the TB and lane as well.
Yeah, it's just I think they thought it was going to like be banned probably in the second phase. But picking it up this early can backfire. We've seen teams like just instant morphling then. because you can also turn into Terrorblade himself.
Yep.
You can control your HP. He's a good Linken's carrier, so Terrorblade never wants to go on you. Even BKB, Sunder doesn't go through BKB anymore since like 20 patches ago.
Yeah.
So that was broken. Like when you could Sunder someone through Magic Community, what is that even?
But at the same time, here you have Aura. They're going. This is what you're gonna have to play up against. You're gonna have to go against a TB. Beat us with it. Try your best. Do what you can.
We just opened with Doom TB. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
it?
The plus side that I do see about this game is Terrorblades these days are going SNY. They're not doing the Manta build, and with the Earthbird on the map, I think he will have to go Manta. It's not at the end of the world, but they prefer this SNY tankiness. But he will have to get a Manta this game if Spirit is on his game and he can get a silence off with the kick.
Yeah.
The ulti does quite a bit of damage.
What about the BKB for the likes of the TV instead of the regular, the SNY into Skadi Satanic build that we've been seeing quite a lot? You think the BKB instead would be good with us? The likes of the
Arteezy is like the most prominent Terrorblade player in the world at the moment, I guess, apart from Ame. And Arteezy hates building BKB on TV. Like games where he really needs it, he does it, but he hates doing it because it does take up a slot for something that you just want to be able to stand and pump out damage. Game Exchange do need to respond to this Doom pick with heroes that don't really care about getting Doom. So, Death Prophet comes to mind. If her ulti's out, she doesn't really care. Leshrak as well, because if Lesh's ulti is going and he gets the Diabolic Edict off, he doesn't really care. And it's good wave clear against the Terrorblade as well. Sanking is there for setup stun. So I would like to see like something like a Lesh or even a Death Prophet from them in the mid lane. And what do you go carry wise against this Doom? I saw the Chinese teams do Monkey King, or not the Chinese team, Southeast Asia. T1 did Monkey King against it to beat the Doom in lane, and they ended up winning that game, but they were extremely farmed. They got an axe shot from the Roche, so the game went very late.
I think Aura is thinking the same thing here. These two bans of the likes of the Jug and the Ursa. I was going to suggest Ursa because it's not typically the hero that just straight up will go against the Doom, but if you have a nice enabling support with you, you can definitely survive and even kill the Doom. I'm speaking for my past horrible Doom games.
Yeah, so Doom doesn't have regen anymore from Devour, which has kind of made him a weaker laner.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
But
we've seen much more with just the Midas build, so doubling down and just being this farmed core between the 15-20 minute mark.
But they did buff the movement speed from the Scorched Earth because of it, to compensate kind of, and Jug doesn't like that because if he has boots and Doom has boots, Doom is just going to outrun him. So Puck taken out, then Nyx taken out. That Nyx ban indicates to me that they want to do something like Spirity, even Pugna. Like Pugna, we haven't seen the hero much, but if he gets doomed, he's useless. But I do like Pugna against Terrorblade. That's especially in the early game. Maybe not so much late game when he has a BKB, etc. But in the early game, like having a Pugna, it's just like blowing up these illusions. So that might be an option. I don't know if they like OD is kind of dead, and Nyx is obviously the natural OD counter. I know Nyx is in the meta at the moment. The hero is very high win rate, but usually you take it out if it's specifically going to hurt something in your draft. Maybe Snapfire +5.
Yeah,
like that could be it. Teams still see Nyx as a Snapfire counter, and they Phoenix pick. They should do Snap now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Because Snapfire really good against the egg. They've taken Nyx out, so the Mortimer's Kisses can just like rain down. It's wave clear for Terrorblade as well. It gives them additional tower push, which they don't have at all at the moment. Like Sanking plus Earthspirit doesn't like have any tower push at all.
So the DP is looking very good here. Well, actually, DP or the Lesh, like you said, both of them have that nice tower push and wave shove. I'm just wondering, you already have the solution for the Phoenix. Are you going to pick a core that's also going to sort of go up against the Phoenix Egg, or are you just going to sort of focus on beating down the TB at this point?
Snap was so good. You just, if this is I don't know if this is going to be a +4, +5 Phoenix, because depending on like the player, teams have swapped it. It's literally like your best Phoenix player will play Phoenix. We've seen EG play it as 5, but then we've seen teams like Nigma play it as a 4. So I wouldn't focus too much on your carry pick to be able to play into this Phoenix. But if it is a Doom plus Phoenix lane and you can't deal with Fire Spirits, it's not going to be fun. So
so assumably 2 cores
pretty good.
Sorry?
I like Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord seems pretty good. gives them more tower push. It's a hero that can man fight Terrorblade. Yes, you will get sundered, but you can just keep hitting him. The hero hasn't seen much popularity, and when we have seen him, his problem is kind of like item build. What do you got at the moment? People are like jumping between Diffusal, Battle Fury, Maelstrom. I think Ogre Magi. It's a steroid for Terrorblade.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily like it. Like I've got a mate in Ireland that keeps telling me like Ogre is going to come into the meta, and I just keep telling him the problem with the hero is his ultimate. Like other heroes actually have an ultimate. Ogre, you as a support can't contribute with your ultimate. If you chuck a stun in a fight and you get a multicast, but 2 of them are on a creep, it doesn't do anything. So it is a steroid for Terrorblade. So that is pretty nice. They've got a stun to kind of protect the egg. Because the meta is very much like single target insta stuns, like not like projectile stuns, it's insta stuns, and Ogre does have that. So, it gives TB something, but I don't necessarily like it. Like when they don't have meta on the lane, if that's a pos 5 Ogre, you've got 2 melee heroes. Against the
maybe they put the Phoenix with it. That's the other thing. They could put the Phoenix with the TB, have the percentage-based heal as well.
I think they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I guess we spoke about heroes that don't care about getting doomed.
Tower push and whatnot.
Yeah, we said like pick a hero that doesn't care about getting doomed, and I guess Drow is one of them. But if you get doomed, there's probably going to be a hero on top of you, so your marksmanship is not going to be active.
Yeah.
So,
who's the longer attack range, TB or Drow? I think Drow.
Well, they both
Drow gets a props at that Rax attack range anyway, but you're gonna have the likes of this Doom and the Ogre running on top of you.
It's a weird one, and there's no other heroes really to benefit off of Aura. I guess Snap is one of them, but not necessarily. I don't like this drop pick. It put them into a weird hole. Their mid pick is gonna have to be extremely good now. Their mid pick has to be like massive. I'm not sure what they're gonna take out here. Like,
and assumably they think it's going up against the Doom because they're banning the Mars here. So they think it's the Doom mid, and then they're trying to secure the takeaway from Aura's offlaners. Yeah, or maybe they just don't want to fight the Drow into a Mars.
If they're gonna pick something like Ember, that Mars ban could also be that they don't want to like lane Ember against Mars.
True. Yeah.
But it's a pretty good like Storm Spirit game, apart from like there being a Doom. I think you can get in and out of these fights pretty easily. But he will have to get a Lincoln's, or one of his teammates will have to get a Lincoln's. They just banned Axe. Mars and Axe, so they definitely think that's a mid-Doom.
Yeah.
But so Mars and Axe, what are...
DP?
Drow is fine against both those heroes. Like,
yeah.
They're going to have to get something tanky, like DP.
Yeah. DP DK still maybe, actually?
Dragon Knight's made it through this entire drop, which is just very surprising.
That could be an option for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Dragon Knight, putting it middle, you've got a tanky boy, you've got more tower push, and you just outpace them on the map. Yeah, I think GHC can go Dragon Knight. Both teams can actually go Dragon Knight. DK can get on top of the Drow as well. So, Razor. I don't like that. It's another hero that doesn't care about Doom. I guess. If you've linked someone and your ulti is going, you don't really care about Doom. But what is your item build on Razor this game? Like, Yules feels useless. Like, do you go Dragon Lance into like Eternal Shroud and just be like a tanky boy? I'm not sure. It's a strange.
This is an odd one. It's a head scratcher. Maybe mid Drow?
They draft went from like being like really tanky to really squishy, like really fast.
Yeah. Like
you had this Earth Spirit Sanking come out, and Sanking's not the tankiest boy. He's kind of like a semi-tank. And then they went Drow Razor, and I don't know. It's strange. Like Spectre was still there, like instead of this Drow Ranger. But yeah, Aura Gaming. Puck's been taken out, Invoker's been taken out, Evesports been taken out.
Void Spirits out. Storm's still left, but you don't really want to go the Storm into that lineup.
Viper? Nah.
Oof.
Dragon Knight. I think it's a Dragon Knight or Kunko game.
TA.
Yeah, it's a popular hero. Yeah, it's a popular hero. We see TA with cores like Terrorblade. Like I spoke about this yesterday, and I just couldn't understand where both these heroes were getting all their farm on the map. But TA starts playing like she rushes Dragonlance, and then they start playing like really invasive. They start taking over the enemy's triangle with traps, and then they steal farm away from the enemy, and then Terrorblade can still like run a solid farming pattern. So
And running around with the Doom as well, that's a nice little combo. You have that move speed to stay on top, the stun from the the Eternal Blade. What's it called?
yeah, they do have tools to deal with this TA though, like Sanking plus Earth Spirits alone, a lot of tick damage between the two of them if ultis are going off. So if Sanking has a proper game, GHC is in the good. Aura kind of just needs to get one item on this Doom really early, and then but they don't really have kill squads. If you Doom someone, how do you keep them from running away from you? I guess you have Ogre Stun.
That's about it.
And you also don't have any
slow.
protection for, yeah, you don't have any protection for this Phoenix egg as well. You usually see like Phoenix with Mars or Axe or something that can protect the egg, or even like Magnus. But they don't have any protection for this egg.
It's looking like a heavy TP out game for the likes of Gamers Change. Oh no, the TP is going to me. I'll just TP. Because what's the chance the Ogre's in the area? Ogre the Doom.
Drums blink on Doom, and he needs to have a Satyr creep, a Centaur creep. So, yeah, I don't know.
This is going to be
an interesting.
I'm liking. It's tough to say, you know, because we started off saying that the likes of Game Exchange had a nice draft because they had a nice bit of synergy with the likes of Sanking, Earth Spirit, and the Snapfire, but then it sort of went all squishy. But now we look at Aura, and they don't have anything to really keep the likes of the Doom.
GHC's on a massive timer. They're on a big
Shall we rock paper scissors for it?
No, I'm gonna give this to Aura if the game goes past 25 minutes.
Alright.
Which most games are doing, because their draft is just way greedier, and Doom naturally farms fast. And I don't see this Razor Drow out carrying a Terrorblade TA.
Yeah.
So 25 minutes and up, I give this to Aura Gaming. That's my prediction for the first one.
Well, that is the ultimatum that Aura has been given here in game number 1 of the EGL 1 lower bracket round number 1. That's a mouthful. And this is again for the elimination. So the team is going to win this. We'll move on to round number 2, and the loser is going to be sent home, which neither of these teams thought they'd be in that position at the moment. Both of them being nice up-and-comers in the SA scene at the moment. If you are joining us through Dota, be sure to come and tune in on YouTube or Facebook, so you can search Evesports anywhere there, and you'll be sure to find it, as we're not looking like we're going to have any skirmish here at the bounties.
And while we've got a bit of downtime here as well, for everyone that's watching in-game, join us on the stream, and for the people on stream, there is going to be a giveaway today as well, probably close to the end of game 1 or into game 2. The giveaway is a nice little EGL free shirt. There's actually a
very nice shirt.
Yeah, it's a nice demographic on the Twitter page as well if they want to check it out. And we will announce when the roles are open for that, and then the condition that people want to do. So stay tuned, come join us on the stream, and come try and win some free stuff.
Free stuff. No, everyone loves free stuff. I was going to say no one loves free stuff, but everyone loves free stuff. But there's nothing going to be free about this little Oddie Bodgy or Wishfully and Pezbot. I think Wishfully is just trying to block this small camp, and Pezbot, I assume, would do the same with the large camp there. But what do you think?
I'm that guy on Terrorblade opted for level 1 reflection. That's really weird. That is really weird.
Yeah, that is.
Like, it doesn't do anything really. Do they have a kill combo? Earth is top at the moment, so
yeah.
We see this more commonly as well, like where the pos 4s are like accompanying the carry into the lane, and then the 5 goes into the off lane. But like reflection level 1, I know they take it really early, but usually you get meta, you pop it onto the first wave, make sure you a lot of damage.
Yeah, these Corsic Finales are stacking up heavily against that guy. What's his action there? I think he's a stand-in here. But yeah, it is a very low mana cost, so you can just spam it in the wave to sort of get some harass onto MC. But no, like you say, having that meta level 1 and you can just secure that first level 2.
I would rather right-click someone 4 times meta than spam 5 reflections.
That's true.
It's just a little bit. It's a weird one. And this mid. Oh wait, there's a roll going top. He's rolling away.
Yeah.
He's going for a courier.
No, they're blocking the camps. Both of them have been blocking the small and the large camp. They sort of just stood at each other's one and just watched each other do it. So no pulls coming this game. We're going to see Pezbot try and get onto the MC. And Wishfully just rolling through.
This Sanking is going to be a sad boy if this carries on happening in this lane. Because when Meta is up, you can't really get close to this creep wave. And Ogre is just so tanky.
Jeez.
Like,
This
look at
core
that.
stick is always a reminder of how much damage it is. They are going on to Pezbot here. Do have the reflection coming out, so a tiny bit of slow. I think they will be
TB?
fine here. TB has a lot of armor. He's going to be fine with this.
Sanking shouldn't have skilled Sandstorm, yeah.
If you doubled up on the core stick or the burrow, would have been.
Yeah, Sanking is such a weird hero. Like I always get into arguments with people about the hero because you a lot of times see this hybrid build where people go 1-1-1 and then they either max Sandstorm or Caustic. But the Burrow Strike increases by damage and range. It's one of like the best value points you can put into a spell. Are they going on Ogre? Yeah, there's a little bit of action there.
Yeah. Pezbot's getting low. They have the stun to follow. Another one from Wishfully as well. See if any body blocks will come out here. The reflection might get him save. He is going to get out. Pops the salve, so he will be good.
Wishfully, like I think he was a little bit too early on the trigger there for the stun. I think the Sanking stun duration is still going a little bit. They could have waited it out, but this Ogre is so tanky. He doesn't have any items though. Okay, he just got a solve.
Maybe that was the idea with putting the Ogre with the TBs. That it's just the support that they can't really kill, so TB's never going to be alone. Although they were thinking that Doom was going mid.
GHC need to start. Oh wait. GHC need to start blocking the side camps for the TA. You see in the pro scene, like this, even the small camp gets blocked by a sentry from the first like minute of the game, and then they also like around minute 4 they start blocking the ancients, so he can't get any ancient stacks off because that's Templar Assassin's main source of farm early on.
I'm having a look more down here at bot lane. The Lightning is having quite a big lead here. 20 CS to the likes of the 15 of the Drow, but then he also has that Devour Gold coming into effect, so sitting high above the net worth at the moment. Just a tad bit, about 300 gold, 400 gold above the Drow. But a lead like that, that's a boost difference.
Snapfire TP to base there. Was he forced out of the lane?
He was being gone on by the likes of the Doom and the Phoenix, and then he just had to TP.
Oh, Phoenix
Well,
is
Miriam is heading over here, yeah. They're not going to find the likes of Wishfully at the top lane, but they are going to see if they can get onto MC here. MC, I think, bringing them back towards that scan. Just missed the
range rotation.
Yeah, very odd. And now you've left the Doom alone bottom, so Omniscient and the Drow of Slevin are going to go heavy onto him now. All's fine. They have found the likes of Wishfully is dropping quite low. All the spirits might be enough with the likes of that. He doesn't have mana for a TP. Or he's going to just get found here. Yep. One hit from Pezbot.
That is the weirdest first blood I've ever seen in my life. What was that? Like,
I think the curse of notAhero losing his
middle.
mind in game 2 has moved to game 1 now. As we see middle, yeah. Omen being run down. He had Mr. Jones with the link. Under the tier 1 and tier 2, Pezbot's come in.
TA doesn't have any damage. Minus 117.
Oh, Mr. Jones, you gotta be careful here. Oh, bro, the Pezbot. He's gonna run you down here. Has the ulti up with all of that link damage. 117. Miriam, they might get the stun onto him.
They've got a kick.
Miriam's very brave here. Oh, okay, I'm not sure about that running back in, but Omen is gonna try and get some sort of assistance going. This is just strange. I'm just at a loss for words as I'm watching all of this.
It's like extremely like angsty rotations by both teams. This Razor going onto the TA middle is nice. It's pressure applied to the map. It also like will open the Sanking's lane up a bit for him. But the Ogre TPing in there, I don't know, like that's miscommunication. Templar Assassin should be telling him like, listen, he stole 120 damage from me. He's going to 3-shot you.
Wishfully doing a good job taking the illusion rune there. He's going to see if he can do anything until the likes of Miriam. Has the kick, the stun to follow. Razor is here to back him up. Mr. Jones can't do anything, and Miriam's getting low, but they're fine. So overstaying is welcome a tad bit, but he did get the illusion rune. So the Snapfire, you can come and jump in. Pezbot's going to be gone on totally there by Mr. Jones. The ulti of the lightning.
Full-on potty in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And Aura is kind of fine with this because TB is farming nicely, and so is Doom. You can look at the CS; they're the top like net worth contributors. But Drow is above the Terrorblade at the moment, but this Doom is massive. Like, he is huge.
And there's 3
like
heroes
3.4k.
Home is going to continue to be gone on by Mr. Jones here. Doesn't have the link up, doesn't have the mana for it. And Omen's just going
He
back
should
away.
leave this lane.
Yeah.
He should definitely leave this lane. Like he's got enough levels to start farming jungle, and he can give this lane to the Phoenix so he can get an early 6. And it is a hero that can jump away from the Razor. So Phoenix can kind of like soak XP here. Like Razor can't really pressure him unless he misplays. And then TA should get. They don't have any stacks though. They haven't even blocked these camps, and there's not a single ancient stack. Like when you're playing with Templar Assassin guys, you want to be stacking camps.
Wishfully is going to be gone on here top. The Metamorphosis has been popped, and the Pezbot's got him in a corner here. Is he going to be able to roll? Yeah, he does. He misses the illusion, rolls up onto the high ground.
Get
Nice.
8 boards on the side of the map.
Yep.
Like that and Phoenix, like Sunraying off the map triggers me like so much. Like it tilts me so hard. No. Put a wall in there and let him like stay where he is. Let's fly straight into a wall. Like
Just
stay
remember,
there.
indie game.
Indie game, okay.
Indie game.
Biggest
bit of a-
indie game.
Bit of a relaxed start of this start
Very
8 minutes.
passive.
Yeah. Only 2-2, but there's been more fighting than that, but the fighting itself has been... Oh my
Oh, he clipped him!
Wish, really?
He clipped him!
Oh,
This is
and
a free
Mr.
kill?
Jones- Yeah, yep. If they could get the vision on top, yeah. Iron Storm was hitting him briefly. There we are. Gets the vision with the sentry. And Mr. Jones is going to give him the courtesy to right-click in himself. And we do see bottom. They
And
did
Jargon's
get the
Oh,
kill.
and
Yeah.
Snap goes down.
They committed the Doom, I believe it was onto the Drow, and just killed it off. Yeah. Easy bit of kill there for the likes of Omen Lightning. Putting pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Although the same is happening for GHC on their own side.
Kind of just mimicking the movements at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Both these towers are extremely crucial towers for both teams, so I would have kind of liked to see this Doom TP top. I used half HP though, it's a bit of a problem.
No Doom either, no mana.
Yeah. Oh, he's got
He's
a
just
chip there, so
He's
that's
just going to
nice.
keep farming. This is fine. Just enjoying
Yeah.
his life.
Phoenix is also a nice tower defender. He has opted for 3 levels of Fire Spirits. Oh, they're going on him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Nice
As soon as
check,
MC came in range there, the burrow to follow. Pezbots should be okay here. They do have the kick. Mr. Jones surely going to tap a bit of his damage here, but not even a bother. Save it for another target. Pezbot goes down. So the passive game turned into a bit of a argy-bargy now.
It does keep this tower alive for a little bit longer, and the bottom tower has gone down already, so the cores that was on the bottom is already rotating to make movements on farm. But I still think that isn't GHC's favor. They did lose both their supports. And the 10-minute mark is coming out now. I really hope Ogre doesn't take the tone. Like I said, his ultimate is horrible. Multicast is... as a pos 5 Ogre, I don't even think I'll take multicast. Just max, like,
Just max the
Ignite
stun out.
and Bloodlust. Like, you picked it for the steroids for the Terrorblade, make sure it's like a proper steroid, and you can just like keep farming. But they need to get some stacks up. There's not a single stack on their side of the map at the moment. And they've got a greedy draft like we spoke about. They've got Terrorblade plus TA, and having those stacks is kind of how you make both these heroes like scale with farm. They've popped meta middle.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to get this tower down. Mr. Jones has already popped the Eye of the Storm, so he's not going to have this available. Doesn't even have the mana for the link. Oh, you have the Drow though, going onto Miriam. Doesn't do too much damage at the moment. Only has power treads available.
They do have Phoenix egg.
We have the MC jumping onto the Phoenix. Is he going to be able to pop the egg in time? He can't. The stun coming up from the ground not going to be enough. I'm that guy. Coming in onto Wishfully with the Metamorphosis is going to get the kill.
1 for 1 at the moment.
Yeah.
How long is
Or
meta
the
still up?
lightning.
15 seconds on meta.
Yeah, they do still have Doom up as well, so yeah, Doom's going to be put onto Mr. Jones. MC pumping in with the Epicenter and Burrow Strike. Is it going to last too long? It's just that level 1 Lightning is going to be slowed up quite a bit here. But so is the likes of GHC. He's just going to barely live here. I think that's a bit of double armor. What is going on here? Wishfully is going to come in, but the save from Miriam. Mr. Presidents for Mr. Ohm. What a play there. I think, did you see that coming, or was he trying to get an egg off?
I think he was trying to dive and trying to look for an egg play. But like we said, they've got no protection for the egg at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, GHC.
MC is going to pop onto Omen.
Sanking
Wishfully,
is
this is
doing
a
so
lot
much
of damage here. This Drow is going to come in with the silence. Split arrows is going to be enough, but the
Oh,
Omen
big
might be.
Tombstone!
The double stuff from Lightning is going to do a lot. And now, yes, they do actually get their 1 stun available onto Slev, and he's going to drop, and Ohm is just running in the back line. The reflections are going to keep him alive for now. The urn is ticking him down. 50 HP left, has tread swapped and everything. Wishfully,
Oh, he hit
it's
him!
going to go down. Ah,
In the backline, they landed a double like centaur stun,
yeah.
and it ended up killing the drow. Like that was ridiculous. There's a DD as well. They need to take this DD. Like TA take that DD, she can actually rosh. But what does the item progression look like? These teams are just like brawling. It's 12 minutes and no one really has any farm apart from Doom, but that's because of Devour. Like TA should have had Dragon Lance by now. What does Drow have? Drow also doesn't have like she's going Yasha first item, doesn't even have it yet. But this sanking, like brown boots into Blink Dagger, instantly, like it shows what their tempo wants to be. Like he wants to immediately get involved on the map. He's queued his Soul Ring now after brown boots blink, so I could have probably been a mana boots, I guess. Does he need a dispel this game? I guess for TA traps, that's fine if he wants to go Greaves later on. But and we're running into that problem we spoke about now. Look at Razor. Razor's going Yule's first item, and he's still quite a bit away, and it's not a hero that farms extremely fast. I do like the hero, but just not with Drow Ranger. Ooh. Okay. TA trap pop? TA trap pop? No?
Tower is under attack.
What's happening?
Like both teams don't kind of have a...
Yeah.
They don't have a... Yeah, there's no like clear indication from either captains what they want to do on the map. Both these tier 1 middles are still up, and all the heroes are kind of just like hovering around these areas, not really pushing the lane or not really defending these towers. And Drow's in trouble.
Yeah, we got the blink stun into the Doom here. You have the Ogre to follow, so no TP out for you. Not that you can anyway. And this is going to be a dead Slevin here. No deny any ally in range.
Do you think he needed Doomer? I don't think he needed a Doomer there.
Well, I mean,
like he's got max Scorched Earth. I guess it's the carry. Just get it down.
Just get it done.
No,
it's time off the map where you can have your TB farming ahead.
Yeah, he's used Doom. Now it's back to farming time. But still no stacks. Like these supports are all kind of just hovering around the jungle areas, but none of them are like really being efficient. You've got a TA draft, not a single stack on that side of the map, and I don't see any stacks for Drow Ranger. Okay, there's one next to the outpost.
Oh, MC, they're gonna get onto Miriam here. The Mortimer's Kisses rather coming in. He's trying to get the sentry. He was getting the observer. It's worth it.
No man,
profit.
No.
It's
you know it's there.
107.
You know it's there. No, you know it's there. Just dive away and come back for it. Like that, I don't know. Like he really I guess he
wants the
underestimated
how much Aether Lens up.
Snapfire damage is doing. Aether Lens? He's not going.
Ogre's going for the Aether Lens next.
Not going Holy Locket on the...
Ooh, MC, they're going to jump onto Omen. Yeah, this is a lot of damage coming out. 4 of the heroes in the mid lane. He has a Link as well, so all of that damage is going to be hopped up. The egg is going to be up, so they're not going to have to... Ooh, there's no Snapfire.
Oh, good slow!
Ooh. Oh, Lightning jumped in with a double stun as well. Sick turnaround there. That was intense. I think what they've done is they used the little shredder on the Mortimer already. And then
but also the Ohm with the trap slows, the moment they went on him, he got a 3-hero trap slow. They're going for more. Are they going to find Drow?
You gotta be careful. They have the stun. He has a TB showing up as well. He's going to have the reflection. Going to have the meta. Is he going to be able to TB out of time? He is.
Okay. But yeah, back to that mid play. Like the moment they went on him with 3 heroes, he popped the trap and he slowed them. The Phoenix egg popped. They committed. He hit them with another trap. The egg got 2 heroes into a triple Doom stun.
Oh, MC is going to go full on time. That guy here, no stun. But nobody gets it off. Wishfully is going to drop low. MC as well is going to get out of here. No AP center left. Oh my god. Turnaround.
Miriam. Yeah. If it wasn't for that Sunray, he was dead. Like Miriam with a clutch move on the Phoenix there. That Sunray keeping him full. Like that was a split second alive to get the Sunder off. Like you could even see, I think he held the Sunder for too long. He thought he was dead, and then he was like, "Hey, wait, I'm still alive." And then the Sunder came out, and it's just really. Did Earth Spirit miss a silence there? I didn't see the silence come out on the TV. He's not chaining his spells very well. Like no flame. But he's hitting the silence and the stun duration kind of at the same time, so he's not maximizing them. He needs to hit the stun, and then once the stun wears off, he needs to hit the silence. I do understand you want to get all your spells off in these fights, but he needs to prolong as much CC onto this Terrorblade as possible. But both mid tower, okay, the Radiant mid tower is down now at least. It opens up the map a bit for this greedy draft. But Aura is looking good. This Doom is like Lightning is hitting. He's got a Lotus. What? Lotus?
Dispelling the link? Can it be dispelled? I'm not sure.
Well, you can. No, not
That
dispel
can't
it,
be
but you can
dispelled.
reflect it.
That's true.
You can take the
MC is
grass
going to
out
miss the
of it.
burrow. You're going a bit deep here. He's going to be fine though. Omniscient has to be very careful. He's dropping quite low on the other side of things.
5 heroes here. Like, they're not really farming.
No.
Like, Slevin needs to. Like, he needs to start running some farming patterns. When he was running farming patterns, he ended up dying top. But it's 18 minutes into this game, and he's got a Yasha as their pos 1. He's falling way too far behind this Doom and this Terrorblade. He's 2k behind the TB, and he's 3k behind the Doom. It's getting a little bit out of hand. And Terrorblade, I don't know, they smoked now, but like Razor just used his Eye of the Storm to farm. So I guess
Yeah.
they're gonna
Well,
find
they
the
are going
TA.
for a smoking. They might be able to catch Omen here. They are going to catch him stacking the camps. But Omen is heading mid.
Coming back up, he's
MC
coming back
here.
up.
They're getting the stun. No reflections up. Mortimer gets it running through. The stun is going to hit from Wishfully perfectly this time. He heard your bit of encouragement there, and he managed to hit it perfectly. Oh, you got to be careful. Lightning.
Lightning.
It's going to miss the blink.
Can take the
Yes,
silence
Slevin.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Ogre?
Maybe
Ogre can rap on this. No, he's running away. Phase bot? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
MC, the jump in, the range up is going to be enough to save him. That's a tanky
Too
Doom
big.
that you have to try to get through.
He's way too big.
Yeah. You're going to need the likes of Mr. Jones
Wishfully
and
just
Slevin to take him
kicking
down.
MC like,
Yeah.
no. Not going back in. Go back to base right now. Like, this is not acceptable.
Meanwhile, TB is just taking the top tower. This is so much space being created for the TB here. The Drow has kind of caught up relatively, but it's still a 2k lead for the likes of the TB, and even more so for the Doom.
I don't like this
Oh,
unspoiled Ogre. Like, he's the pos 5 on this map. He needs to be getting Glimmer Caps and 4 staffs. You see he's got them queued up now, but that's not his role this game. He should kind of, like, Phoenix should be shoving out these lanes like he's doing right now. And he needs to be following Terrorblade around and giving him the Bloodlust the entire time to speed up his farm. Even with TA. If you want to give it to TA instead, do that as well. But he's just kind of sitting this mid lane as a body. It's working for them. It's keeping their map presence alive. But he's only got 1 level of the Bloodlust. Oh, multicast. What a dumb spell. Like, you know why it's dumb, George? Because every time I have an Ogre in my game, including my friends,
So go Midas.
I've got a Midas. Yes.
Hey, you
Yes.
got to go the Midas Dagon E-Blade build, man.
Nah.
Just kill
Nah.
everyone in one cast.
And your E-Blade reflects to 4 creeps and 1 hero. Cool. Like nice investment there, dude.
Or
Could
God
have-
forbid the Ogre and your team gets a 4-staff, and they 4-staff the enemy and yourself into each other.
Yeah.
That's I think the stupidest thing, is it can be cast on enemies and allies at the same time.
Yeah.
But
So it's just a pseudo random thing. Like if they change this hero's ultimate, then he'll be great. I think he'll be a great hero, but his ultimate is absolutely worthless. TA.
I'm just
He's going Deso next. That's kind of a standard build, but it is quite late. Like TA is a flash farmer. I wasn't expecting him to be this far behind, but like we spoke about, there was no
he's been
stacks
fighting.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no stacks. There's no accelerant to his farm. Like he kind of needs to hug this triangle, or like we said, like with a draft like Terrorblade, you go with this Doom, Phoenix, and Ogre, and you like farm the enemy's triangle, because that's where Slevin has been sitting this entire time. If you take that space away from him, he hasn't been farming like extremely fast, but now he's got the SNY in, like 75 gold, so very passive game. And GHC is on a timer. They are on a timer. They went this Blink Dagger early on sanking. If this is how you want to play the game, then why do you get Blink Dagger? Just get Veil first. You can still kind of contribute to the fights, but it also accelerates your farm.
You were
but
mentioning
no
about
one's-
Slevin farming in the triangle. They do have an observer,
Yeah.
so they have spotted him. And they can
No one's
see if they
doing
can
anything
catch
on
him.
the
Yeah,
map.
Paispot with that Aether Lens is going to have the Ignite come through. The Metamorphosis popped as well, and Slevin is trying to gust and get himself out of there, but no chance at all.
Yeah,
The
that's what
Deso-
happens when you play 5-man jungle strat. No one's pushing out a lane. No one's pushing out this top lane. No one's showing bottom. No one's showing middle. And then you're just going to get ganked because there's no lane pressure on your side. Like, look, all 3 lanes are pushing towards the side of GHC. Their supports have to, if they're going to play this farming game, then they have to go farm. But not all as a 5-man jungle. Tanking?
Roche is going to go down. They haven't
Tanking!
picked it up yet. It's on the ground. MC
He stole
snatches
it!
it. And that guy didn't pick it up. The likes of the... they're all going down here.
Sunder!
Thunder is going to hit. They're going to go on to Wishfully. I'm that guy who's going to put out a lot of damage here. He's going to get the kill. Miriam with the heal as well. The TA dropped it in the meantime. Lightning's got that hasty speed at the moment. He's going to go straight after MC. The illusion that's been up there the entire time.
Ooh, that was the disaster. That was a disaster. That was a great steal. But then they just lost basically 6 heroes. They lost Aegis twice. And Dra wasn't there. Hey, she was still dead from the original gank. So this game is getting really hard. And like we said, like they're not pushing out their lanes. And because of that, they're falling behind on net worth. We're seeing 12k net worth difference. Look at the difference on the supports. We've got Earth Spirit, that's the pos 4, right at the bottom. And then Snapfire is kind of the same amount of net worth as Phoenix and Ogre.
You gotta be careful here. Wishfully and Koa right behind him. No, 2 TPs heading in. MC is gonna line on those while you're gonna have the stun from Lightning. I think Pezbot might just be able to. You just gotta tank this one. Yep. Tank the kill, get Lightning out of there. MC does have the blink and burrow in a second. I'm not sure if they can catch this Doom though. He has that bloodlust as well. Oh, they do actually catch him. MC with the jump forward. Mr. Jones is here as well. The cookie and the link. I'm not sure which way the link is going. He's actually, they're even in damage because it went on both of them. Lightning is gonna drop in the end. That was weird.
Nice little set of play, but Doom shouldn't have died there. I don't think he should have jumped in to help his Ogre. It's a pos 5 Ogre, and MC needed that phase of play. He was on like just above 5k net worth. Now he's sitting on 6.5, so suddenly his hero is way more viable. But yeah, they need to decide what they want to do. Like that was great. That was a decision. We've got spells. Let's run at them. But if they're going to play this passive farming game, Sanking needs to be shoving out side lanes, because look at top and look at bottom. Both lanes are pushing in. TB is shoving the bottom at the moment. There's not a single hero close to top. And now they're hugging this triangle space, waiting for something to happen. Are they going to fight this middle? Can they? Like Burrow, Epicenter and Burrow Strike is up again. He goes.
MC is going to jump in. They are going to find the likes of Pezbot. Wishfully is going to roll in perfectly with stun. And the Mortimer's cookie to follow. That was a nice.
But they're not getting anything. But they're not getting anything out of it. Because the lanes are pushed out.
A single point damage. And TB's illusion still pushing bot. That lane's pushed in top positioning again because I'm that guy's there. And Scotty finished.
Not playing towards objectives at all. Like when you play Dota in like this type of a game, your lanes have to be pushed out and then you go for those plays, because then you can get towers or Roshan off of it. But all their lanes are pushed out. Now they have to look, they're splitting. 2 heroes bottom, Razor's pushing that back in again. Someone has to go top to deep push that. Okay, and now you're just losing map space and pressure because you just killed Ogre twice and couldn't take anything off of it.
So what's the game plan here for GHC? Because I don't even have a roast to sort of go for. So push out all of them and then sort of meet at one? Take the fight to Aura.
Terrorblade's a messed up hero in this patch at the moment because he can push out 3 lanes at the same time with illusions. Did he opt for the S and Y bolt? He did. I guess he's not feeling threatened. Like you don't do that if you feeling pressure. But now again, 5 heroes top. Sharing farm, sharing XP. They're just going to fall way too far behind. Both teams actually doing the same, but Aura Gaming is smoking up for a play. They're behind the Terrorblade. They're going to push this mid tower in. Wait for the enemy to respond. They should know they top, because no one's defending bottom, no one's defending middle. They should know they top.
So only likes of Mr. Jones showing there, but he's been in nearly every single fight thus far. Has been part of 10 of the 14 kills, and I think they're just going to take this tower here. You're not going to come fight us, that's fine. Fine by us.
Teso up on the TA. It's going to be a really quick one. Are they going to trade this? Can they even?
Fortify going both ways. So there is the siege creeps at both of the towers. I'm not sure if they're going to TP this up to. They don't want to really lose this because they're going to lose their outpost straight after.
That was a horrible fortify by both teams. Yeah, that was a horrible fortify by both teams. Like the buyback status on the teams are abysmal. Only Drow and Razor has buyback.
MC jumps in, the double epicenter with the bow strike is going to be falling. I'm that guy. TA, you drop both of them. The egg is going to go down as well for the likes of Omniscient Lightning. You're also getting very low here. You got to run your way out of this. Doom is going to be put onto MC, but I don't think it's enough.
He's got blink.
Mr. Jones comes around back, and that's it. Pezbot
and look at the buyback status. No buyback status. They can go straight back to top and push this in. I don't even think they should chase this Ogre.
They're going to get him just a little bit. And now there's even a DD to help them push through. But an incredible play from MC. The double burrow onto the TB and the TA. And then the silence coming out from Wishfully. Just perfect play of Dota.
They just grouped way too much. Like TA and
Yeah.
TB standing right next to each other, and neither of these heroes has BKBs. And TB is tanky. He's 2,700 HP with status resistance, and he just got molted by Snapfire plus Sanking. They need to push. Like, they need to push hard. Don't go into the triangle. Push. They could have taken middle. Why are they running into triangle?
They saw Omen trying to get a kill onto the TA. But yeah, they
Yeah,
need
it's
to
just
get
not
this.
objective gaming. Like, play towards the tower. You've got Solar Crest on the Snapfire, Little Shredder with Drow Ranger. Just beat up the towers. And no one picked up that DD. Did they not spot it?
Nope.
What's going on?
Haven't they didn't scout it at all. This courier might, but they've only got 10 seconds to get it. Oh, I didn't spot it. Yep.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
that's infuriating.
yeah, I think what I said was true.
But now, once again, they just team wiped them and didn't take a single objective. Bottom is pushed in and middle is pushed in. Nice, but they just could have hit the tower. Drow with the Solar Crest on top of it will destroy this tower. It'll melt. And I don't know what the... I guess they're playing a little bit like hesitant because they kind of felt they were on the back foot. But after that like last team fight, Networth is back to level. Like everyone's back in this game. Drow is now only 2,000 gold behind the TB, and Razor is slowly but surely catching up as well. MC just needs to keep scaling on the Sanking. He's got boots of travel now. I would like to see him get like a nice little Shiba's guard or something. Like, look at that. Like little Shredder on the tower. Put Solar Crest on the Drow. Towers die. Like when people are dead to take objectives. TB has pushed in this top tower quite effectively as well, and they mid's pushing back in again. So now they have to back again because they smoked.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I
once
think they're
again, like-
thinking I think they're thinking the Doom's gonna stick around. So they've drawn the line on the map to where the Doom was, and now they're gonna go
The
to
lanes are
top.
pushed in.
Yeah,
Once again, you get this kill, you can't do anything on the map.
this is gonna be a
come
dead
on,
tower if they don't address it. Actually, the top tower there.
Radiant's
TB
top
And the
illusions
thing is,
gathering.
this is also intel for the enemy.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Like they see the lanes are not being defended. TB Illusion is still pushing top.
There we
Mid is
go.
pushing mid.
TB has been found now. Has got meta up and available. The Lotus Orb is going to come out from Lightning. Lightning pops the BKB. Doesn't have the Doom. He actually does pop it onto Mr. Jones. Although the Luna of Miriam is going to come. Luna, what the hell? The Phoenix is going to drop. Snapfire is also going down. The TB is going to start doing his job now, hitting straight into Slevin. Has a BKB pop, but is still going to be slowed from everything. Pezbot to get the stun to get the kill secure. Mr. Jones has survived the entire Doom duration, actually. So he's the sole survivor here for the likes of GHC.
Zuma's blinking a few. They can chase him down.
Yeah.
Radiant's
TB
Yeah,
is a
aim for it.
fast boy with that.
He must be
Elven-
greedy.
Oh,
He must be greedy.
There we go. Lightning's going to follow up. The Yule's is going to be there, but the slow from the Skadi is going to be enough, surely, to take down Mr. Jones here. They're going to get the reflection as well, and that is that.
It's just sloppy play by GHC. Like they are better team than this. You can't smoke like that when your mid lane and top lane is pushed in. They know that you're coming for them. Like this Terrorblade Illusion stood top, was on the tower top. They had creeps at their tier 3 middle, and no one is defending it. Then you know the enemy smoked. Like it's a clear play by Aura. It's a clear play by GHC, and Aura just read it like a book, and it was extremely well played. They knew what targets to go on. GHC just needs to tighten up and calm down. They look very angsty. Maybe it's that lower bracket jitters. They're scared to be eliminated, and they kind of like forcing the plays. But you have to shove out your lanes before you make plays. Otherwise, you can't do anything afterwards. Shove out the lanes, heroes show themselves, it gives intel on the map, and then you go from there.
It's true there. So GHC gonna have to do a lot here to get back into this game number one. The net worth sort of evenized. It's gone back to the slightly with the side of Aura, about 5k swing again.
The problem is TB has a BKB now as well, and
Yes.
the thing is, you hit like we spoke about 25 minutes and up. You're going into your late game portion now with a Templar Assassin Terrorblade against a Razor Drow. So Razor's got an AC though. That's something. But
Yeah.
I don't know. He's going back for SNY. You can't go back for SNY 31 minutes into the game. Then what? Just get a Satanic.
Get
If
a
he feels he
BKB.
needs, like, yeah,
Doesn't have a
BKB or
BKB.
Satanic. Yeah. Like he needs to survive this. I guess he's getting doomed every fight. So Lincoln.
I prefer to see the Doom onto the likes of the Sand King on MC. I think that's a better target. But regardless, though, I mean, They're
I
taking
hear
the
you,
link
but the
out,
thing
they're
is,
taking
like,
the Eye of the Storm.
I hear you, but by the time the Sanking is kind of in the fights that you can doom him, he's kind of casted all
true,
his
yeah.
spells.
That
Like
is true.
Epicenter has been blown, like Sandstorm has been used. Yes, Burrow Strike is annoying, but your TB now has BKB. So TA also has BKB. She needs to get a Blink Dagger next. And they can even like go full on RTZ here, and she can go Ags next. And they can just split push this map until the Terror Blade is completely humongous. So what's the Roche timer? 4 seconds?
4 seconds, yeah. It was about a 2.5 minute spawn
TA
time.
needs
so
a trap in this Roche pit though. Like he doesn't have a trap in the Roche pit.
they
Like, that's
had
really
the
bad.
ET. Yeah, okay. GHC knows it's there. So they know the objective now. The lanes are somewhat pushed, so they're doing better than they were before. Bot lane has a big wave pushing in with 4 range creeps, but they're
Like they just
should
always
be
hugging
fine.
hands, and no one is ever pushing out the side lanes. Look at all that farm bottom. That's 1,000 gold bottom. That creep wave bottom is 1,000 gold. You're going to lose 1,000 gold to this tower now because no one is claiming it. And Sanking has boots of travel. He's the one that's supposed to be pushing out these side lanes. Yeah, that's 1,000 gold just being wasted. And there's another. Oh jeez. It's just
They're
too
gonna
fight
5-man
eager,
smoke.
man.
Oh,
The lanes are not pushed out.
Is under attack.
Mid and bottom is pushed in. Like they know you smoked. 100% they know you smoked.
we're gonna see a little bit of a wraparound here. See, I'm that
Because
guy.
they know where
heading-
they are. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they're not defending their middle and they're not defending their bottom. They must be in our jungle. So yeah, they're finding them.
Yep, I'm gonna break the smoke omniscient so they know he's there. Miriam's gonna jump in. He's gonna have the silence going forward. Wishfully and the MC stun is gonna hit onto anything. There's no snapfire around here to stop you from getting this egg. Slevin is gonna do what he can with the BKB. It is gonna drop the egg and all. I'm that guy. He's gonna pop on the backline. The Doom is gonna go onto the likes of Mr. Jones again. Drow is TPing out. And I don't think they can really catch Mr. Jones here. He has got the blink stun in a second. Is gonna hit it there. But you have Wishfully coming. He
They
actually
don't even
kicks him out. Nice little play there. But this is good, but Roche is now going to the sides of Aura. This is exactly what they wanted.
So like, GHC need to push out the lanes. It's just becoming way too obvious. Sanking has travels. Push out the lanes, and let your or Sanking can push out the side lanes. He can boost of travel into these fights, but they're kind of relying on him to make the initial play, and that's why it's not happening, and that's why he's actually under the snapfire on Networth at the moment. They're giving away so much unnecessary farm on the map because they're just not shoving these lanes. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but that's mainly the problem that GHC is having. I think like they've made mechanically really good plays to keep them in this game, but like objective based pushing out lanes and playing off that is absolutely horrible.
MC is going to jump in there. Barashak is going to hit, but Lightning is going to jump on the other way. He's a tanky boy though, so it's going to take a lot to get him down. Mr. Jones on the backline though is taking a lot of damage from Omen. I'm that guy. No meta at the moment, but it doesn't matter with all of that mel damage coming through from Omen. That like cast range as well is going to be a big thing. MC is getting very low. Omniscient did drop. There should be a Rax going down here, unless the likes of Slevin and the Mortimer's Kisses rolling through is actually a lot. Wishfully isn't going to hit the stun, actually gives him the stun from Lightning, and the Infernal Blade rather, is going to kill him off. Do you still have the Aegis on the likes of Ohm? So they're just going to protect. This is a dead Rax. 2 siege creeps coming in as well.
The problem is they can take this Rax and then have to back.
Radiant's middle
There's
has fallen.
no other Ains tier 2s taken, so GHC still with a little bit of hope in this game. But now it's hard. Like now it's really hard.
Again, it is hard. But
They're
it's
trying
all
to
good back
act
to themselves.
Attack.
Let's see what the
They have
likes-
to shove out their lanes. Bottom right now. He can't stay in the base, or he's still dead. But when he respawns,
Radiant's
their wave clear is pretty bad. Like looking at it now, like Earthspur is not really a wave clearer. Neither is Snapfire is pretty okay, but the Sanking is the only one that can really clear these waves, and that's a massive problem.
Yeah. TB is going to pop the meta, so this should be a dead tower for sure. Wishfully's going to stay on the side. He's cautious. One can go in. Mr. Jones is going to be going. The egg is going to be popped as well. The Sunder is going to follow. You have a double stun from Lightning coming through, and that's everyone dead. The Doom is going to come onto the Drow as well. So Wishfully, you're going to be very careful. You can't even roll out of this one. 3-man wipe there.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Yeah,
They can
should-
end.
they-
There's
yeah.
no buybacks.
He's got
Yeah,
that
they
Demon
can just
Zeal,
end
so
straight
extra
away.
attack speed, all of this damage coming out as well from the Deso. Slevin's going to do what he can here. hit the split shot, but I mean, look at this. The reflection gonna hit. Ooh, actually, they might get a
he's
kill
messing
onto
up.
him. They actually do. The epicenter and the burst strike is gonna be enough.
Well, it's
Lightning
here.
is gonna try and kill off on Omen is doing so
What?
much damage, but that's only the Aegis. That's only his first life. And they die to the scorched earth in the meanwhile. Like his MC. Slevin's gonna do what he can. Think dodges. Does
They
get
can
the
end
stun.
this.
Drama hits hard. Lightning's got to be careful here, but Ohm is just going to be heading onto this
Bloodlust
ancient.
on the TA. There we go.
Yep, there we
Bloodlust
are.
on TA.
Ezbot is going to die here. Lightning's going to put the Heaven's Halberd onto him. They're got to hit this, but Ohm, you got to be very careful. This is actually getting very low, but they're just going to hit the meld and the stun onto him, and that is surely GG for game number 1 of Game Has Changed versus Aura Gaming. A weird one to start us off. Just notAhero. Very weird.
I think, like we said, GHC was on a timer, and I guess because of that, they kind of forced to make plays, which was unorthodox of them. They like I said in the game, their main problem was that they weren't shoving out lanes fast enough, and it was causing way too much problems because the creeps would literally be at their tier 3s, and then no one's defending it, and then Aura knows, okay, well, they're not even defending their base, there's creeps there, they must be smoked. And just Sanking is a hero that's extremely good at shoving out side lanes, and he had Boots of Travel as well, which was a really good pickup for him. They just never felt comfortable without the Sanking there, and it felt, and it was forced a little bit. They need to calm down, compose themselves, and come back in game 2, but Aura played really well. They knew what their strengths were, and this Doom performance was massive by Lightning.
The little spark of brilliance from GHC during that game as well, but we'll see if they can pull it off in game number 2 to take it to a game 3 decider. But that is going to be it for game on 1. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break or so for the teams to get ready. But
When we come back from that 5-minute break,
yes, free stuff.
The free stuff is open. Please, everyone, in the chat box, type EGL1. That's the phrase words. EGL1 and capitals, lower, whatever. Just type EGL1, but only type it once. When we come back, and that'll put you into the draw. If you type it twice, it'll actually remove you from the draw. If you type it 3 times, you remove from the draw once, and then you can win some of that free stuff. But we're going for a break, so see you guys when we get back.
See you then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you got some snacks. I hope you got some food. I hope you're ready for more Dota. What do you think?
I think my coffee is delicious and this winter sucks, but other than that, that was a hectic game of Dota.
Yeah.
I think Aura played extremely well, but GHC also didn't do what they needed to do to keep them in the game. They need to tweak their draft, or not draft a little bit. I think their draft was fine. I just don't like that Drow Ranger pick. The Razor actually ended up doing enough, but they had Drow Razor as 2 cores, and then they just played the map poorly. Like, their map movements was very bad. They always smoked when their lanes were pushed in. They never played towards objectives. We saw them get that full 5-man wipe, and not a single hero hit a tower after that.
Yeah.
They could have all moved top because Sand King had Boots of Travel, and they could have either gotten a lane of racks, forced some buybacks, or they could have gotten 2 tier 2s if they reacted quick enough. So they just need to smooth up their map movements.
So sort of just more of a macro issue for the likes of GHC that game.
Yeah, like, even though I don't like the Drow with the Razor, they had enough to still win that game.
Yeah.
We saw when they were team fighting together, it looked good. The synergy between the team is pretty good. But Aura Gaming just read them like a book. Like, with those smoke movements, okay, well, no one's defending their towers or base. They must be smoked. Just stay together. And every time that happened, they would run into 5 Aura heroes, and they would lose the fight.
It was
changing it up though.
Yeah, the Hoodwink you see coming out.
And Terrorblade banned.
Yeah, it's just get it out of the way from the start.
Well, they first phased it, so. But the thing is, they first phased it and they drafted nothing to deal with it. Razor doesn't counter Terrorblade. People, like, yeah, you can steal his damage, but you have to stand there for a long time while he's hitting you.
The thing we're talking about is, do you think the troll would have been a better pick instead of the drow in that game?
10 seconds.
Yeah, like any like carry hero with a bit more grunt,
5
like
seconds remaining.
troll, life stealer.
What about a tanky regen based Leshrac?
Instead of the Razor, I think so. I
Yeah.
think Lesh is really good against Terrorblade, and you see it in the pro scene as well. Those teams are like Terrorblade comes out in the first phase, you kind of respond with a Lesh. We do see the AA ban with the Clockwork, and then Lion and TB instantly taken out. And they go back for this Mars. Mars really good, and then this is a GHC classic. They really like the Nyx Assassin. The item build changes on the hero quite significantly as well. So, sadness that he doesn't break anymore, because break seems to be the theme of the party. But
10 seconds remaining.
yeah, I like the Nyx
Radiant
plus
team
Mars
back.
opener, like stun into spear. They respond with Jug. They pick the carries quite early, hey? Like Hoodwink,
Yeah.
Jug. I don't know if that's a first phase carry though. Would Jug have been banned? I guess they banned it the last game, so guessing they just want to pick it up. They probably got a like comfortable Jug player. It never feels bad having Juggernauts on your side, and AA is taken out as well, so healing ward is way more effective. We have seen pros also go for the cooldown on the healing ward talent, and it just like makes your team sustain extremely strong, and you can always be fight ready. But yeah, Mars, and it's a good hero against Mars. I guess that's their reasoning. He can spin out of the arena. He's not really
10
threatened by it.
seconds remaining.
If Nyx catches him off guard though, they can obviously like stun from the Nyx invis
5
into a Mars spear and then
seconds
kill him.
remaining.
But yeah, there's some good responses by Aura for the opener of GHC.
It's a much easier lane than they had last time with the likes of the. I mean, they did well in their lane with the Urga and the TB.
GHC needs to take TA out here, because they will do Jug TA, and then TA is more like the POS 1. And they banned Viper themselves, so maybe they want to pick up the
10
TA.
seconds remaining.
I'm thinking maybe a Bristleback for GHC. We have the Timber ban, the Lion ban, the
5
Viper ban.
seconds remaining. Dire team back.
Go Bristleback.
But you've
Bristleback
got
plus one.
Hoodwink though.
How long does the break last in Hoodwink? I know it doesn't even say the break on the hero itself.
It's long enough to kill the Bristleback, that I can tell you. And in the pro scene, we've seen it. Like the Hoodwink doesn't even like channel the
10
thing to full
seconds
duration.
remaining.
Yeah, you just need to get the break onto it.
Just
That's it.
pops it instantly to get the break on the hero, and he just melts. So, that Viper ban is screaming more like TA to me. They banned Timber as well. Are they opting for like a strength mid or strength carry?
Maybe a DK again? Do they want to go a DK against the likes of the Hoodwink and the Jug?
Picking it up first, like if you picked it over the Mars first and then it's your flex and then you pick the Mars later, I would have agreed. But if you pick it now, you know it goes mid. Okay, yeah, they had to take that out because Jug can be the POS 2 there. Sip of coffee. Hold on.
I'll join you. Except it's not coffee.
Cheers. So yeah, GHC took out this TA. That's a good ban. Even though the TA didn't like flash farm that last game, she had enough time to come online. And like I've been spitballing this like TA Ags Rush build, and you kind of just become like a Naga on steroids. And every 5 seconds you just jump to a different lane, pop Manta, send them down the lane, jump to another lane, like farm that lane with the side blades.
There's a special place in hell for someone like you.
And like I was speaking to Crimson about it, and he's actually been like doing it for Duck, and he's averaging like 1,100 XP per minute.
Jeez.
So it's just so stupid. You give that hero 20 minutes and she takes over the map, and that's when she gives you space again. I like the
Wyvern. Yeah. It gives some of the turnaround that they were needing in game 1 that they weren't doing. They were relying just pretty much the sanking alone. Nice bit of heal. The
BKB piercing.
Yeah,
that's important. And we've seen this Holy Locket's the most broken item in the game, and that's kind of what I was surprised about the previous game as well. Did they even pick up a Holy Locket on?
No, they did not. No.
Not.
From my memory, they did not. I could be wrong.
Like you don't play Phoenix without Holy Locket at the moment. Like Sunray just heals for ridiculous amounts, especially with strength cords. And same with Wyvern, it's percentage based. So the heal from the Holy Locket is it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I have Snapfire ultied, Cold Embrace target, full duration, and he doesn't lose a single HP because the Wyvern had Holy Locket.
Yeah.
It feels so dumb. So, and that's also why AA is so popular. So I'm very surprised they're banning this AA hero and then not picking like additional heals. So there's a morph. Morphling really good against Chug. I like that. Not necessarily good against Grim.
I'm wondering, are they going to do the morph ags? I'm thinking of meme builds here. Are they going to do morph ags, morph into the Wyvern, take the Arctic Burn? Sort of similar to the Willow route, but...
I guess the flying vision is like the flying and the extra attacks range is nice, but I don't think it's broken.
But again,
I
this
would,
Grim is quite good against
I would
the
may
Burton.
rather turn into Juggernaut and spin people down.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Magnus Jug. Is
Yeah.
that an offlane mag or mid mag? They banned Ursa, they banned Snap, they banned
I'm not sure if Omen plays a mid mag. Can I have a check
offlane
quickly?
mag. Morphling does fine in that lane, even with like Wyvern is not the strongest laner when she doesn't have Arctic Burn. It's quite a big CD, but Morph does fine against Magnus. I can't see unless he like really misplays with like low HP and he gets bushwhacked. I don't think they're killing him in that lane. They banned the Dragon Knight now. I'm very surprised by like they draft. Why did they ban the Timbersaw?
Yeah, it's I think maybe they were thinking going one way and then the
Yeah, like I don't know, like ban Timbersaw with one strength hero in your draft and you opt for a Morphling, which is kind of good against Timber. So same with Wyvern, he's pretty good against Timbersaw in the lane. So I don't know. I know the hero is popular at the moment, and I love Timbersaw. It's my most played hero. So, but yeah, like Aura's got a very good draft. Like you've got Coil into skewers, you've got bushwhack setups, you've got nothing to combo with Grim though, eh? Like there's no real like soulbind double wombo combo unless oh no, you know what's gonna happen here? If Ohm for Aura goes Arbet's puck build or Carl's puck build, it's literally Veil, Blink Dagger, Aeon Disc, because Aeon Disc is completely broken at the moment.
Yep.
Into Dagon 5. Then they've got double Dagon.
Ooh, that's true.
That's literally what they do, because the Aeon Disc keeps you alive long enough to get 2 Dagon 5s off in a fight. You prioritize Ags from Roche unless your team really needs it. But you can then still go like Dagon 2 and then get Ags and then go back for the other Dagons. So Veil, Blink, Aeon Disc into Dagon 5 for this puck. And Morphling hates that, because if he gets silenced Dagon, he's probably dead.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think what's the mid pick here for the likes of GHC, assuming that this is their primal.
Dragon Knight puck, and they were the one, and they banned it. So
yeah.
No DK.
Odie. Bat Rider.
Don't like that. That's a horrible pick. I'm not going to say that's a horrible pick. Puck doesn't care about Bat Rider. Like
Etienne with no chill. Well, it's true. Puck's mobile on his own. He doesn't need to run around. I mean, it's a BKB piercing stun onto the likes of the Juggernaut, I guess, and they can pull him back into a Mars ult and the next stun.
Bat Rider versus Grimstroke just feels bad. You just get linked with like a silence in the team fight.
Oh, that's true.
And you can't
the link just stops you.
The link stops you, but also the silence just like you have to attack that instead of getting additional sticky napalms off in the fight. It just feels really weird. I don't think this is a hectic 4 protect 1 strat. Mars will have to have a massive game for GHC for them to be viable.
Yeah. Expecting a lot of players out of the likes of Lightning and Ohm here as well.
Yeah.
They still have a Morphling. You can never discredit that, but this draft is looking much more favorable for likes of Aura, notably the Puck and the Grim, going up against the Bat and the Morph. But we'll see.
The thing is, like, that is strong with heroes that can be ganked against them. So other against melee heroes that can't run away from them, and then one support rotates and you get a kill. And that's not going to happen with Puck. So it's a weird pick. Maybe they've been practicing it. You never know. Like all these teams are probably like doing strategies. It is like if they lose this game, they go home. So obviously they won't put something on the table which hasn't worked for them in the past. So
prepare for battle.
This is the truth.
Boots of Travel Rush. Boots of Travel Rush on the Bat Rider, and you just run with mix and kill people. Like, I don't know. Like that's kind of
maybe Bat Dagon.
Dagon, that sounds amazing. That kind of sounds like when Bone 7 used to go Mask of Madness Bat Rider when it didn't silence. and you would just
Ooh.
pop it and run people down. It was the most. It was horrid. We played them in WESG qualifiers to go to China, and he was playing for an Egyptian team, and he just like Mask of Madness bat-ried at us and destroyed us.
Ooh,
Like it was
unlike
absolutely
game one,
stupid.
we're going to see a little bit of a run in here. MC isn't going to get in the stun from the Inkswell. And
Track.
they don't do find. They do actually find Miriam here onto the Wyvern. The stun's going to follow from this and keeping him alive though.
That's a misplay by GHC. Their level 1 is stronger, way stronger. They've got Nick stun. They've
Sticky
got Mars
napalm,
Sphere,
Sphere,
Sticky
the Wyvern.
Napalm. I think you fight that. After the Inkswell connected onto nothing, that's basically an additional spell. So it basically becomes a 4v5 because Grimstroke can't do anything. Like you can't do nothing. They should have like legitimately fought that.
The battle
So we'll see
Stun
what's
him?
going to happen here. I think MC they actually are going to get actually just an even 2 for 2. And on this end, you got to be careful here. Miriam Lightning putting out a
What's it
lot of
doing?
damage. Denied a rush, maybe? No? What?
Hey,
I got it!
that was
That was. I would have
That
hit it
was-
way sooner, but he knew. He knew.
so suspect. Like that was, I don't know.
Oh,
I
oh.
don't even know what to say. Like, that was so weird. He
making
could
me
have run
nervous.
back towards his Mars, and then
Yeah.
he decided to run back up again. And Mars took like God's rebuke for the lane, so he can get to the range creep. He didn't take spear. I was just extremely weird. He's like, dude, help me, and then dude wasn't helping him, and then he started panicking. Died to Roche. It was such a weird phase. Like I don't know what was going on.
They just want to make us lose our minds in these games, I think. Like, I know you have your record of losing your mind doing game 2. You almost lost in game 1, so I think this is the start of the inevitable. As,
Like, but it's just the experience from these teams, and the more they play in like tournaments like EGL, is the more it's going to get better and better. And talking about EGL, guys, don't remember the roles are open for the free stuff. So type EGL1 into the chat just once, and you can win one of the limited edition EGL shirts. They are extremely hype. They really good. They're comfy. They fit nicely. So type in EGL1 into the chat once only, because if you do it more than that, you'll be removed from the role.
you want to
And
know the
then
best
we'll
part
announce the
about
winner.
the shirt, Etienne? The absolute best part about it?
It's free.
Free. So
Bottom?
don't miss out on it.
Nah,
I've
Grim
been
is fine.
saving that the whole day. Anyway, Omniscient was going to chase off to Pezbot, and we did have likes of.
Did I just ruined your punchline? Like I think I just ruined your punchline. I was like,
No,
it's
no,
free.
I thought it was obvious enough that you would answer it. So
This next is Omniscient is still facing Fizzbot, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
oh, Bad
Well,
Runner, coming in.
He got the rune. It's hashtag worth. Not
Oh,
really.
wait.
Actually,
Mr.
Mr.
Jones is gonna go
Jones,
down, yeah.
he has an orb and the silence, so might be able to kill him here.
Level
Inkswell
1 pick.
is
Korea,
not gonna
kill the Korea. Oh, what? It's a bottle.
Jones! Ah! What is going on? Oh, whoops.
That's
Sorry.
for your impertinence.
You should have seen that was the Puck's Korea and know
Yeah.
that was a bottle. That was way more worth than
Oh,
a
wait,
Grimstroke
you might get it
kill.
yet. You might get it. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, but the bottle's been delivered.
Uh,
Oh, what's doing?
I think he A-clicked.
No.
A clicked.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh no. Okay, he
What's
gets.
the fuck doing?
Has been killed.
What is going on? I don't even know. Dude. Like, what is happening? Like, the Korea was fine. Like,
I'm sorry, I
I-
can't handle this.
I'm just like, I'm so done right now.
I think
Like,
I'm
don't
losing
even
my
know.
mind the game too. Oh.
Like, come on, guys.
Top
why are you doing
lane
this
though,
to me?
wishfully is going to be gone on by lightning, and Miriam should
Oh,
probably.
the Korean, no!
No, not another one! Leave the donkey! Okay, he left
Lucky's
it.
fine.
Oh, stun mode!
Oh, nice
Very
free fire.
careful.
Oh,
Wishfully!
outplayed. Like, that Fury Fire was like, how weird is it when Hoodwink Fury fires? Because it looks like she gets so much HP back, but it's because she only has a 600 base HP pool. So, oh,
Yeah,
Puck?
that's more than
no.
Austin at the moment, let's be honest.
Yeah, but when he Fury fires, you got like half his health back. I was like, what is going on? And it's just because her base health is so low. Juggernaut's going on next. Next is dead.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
Is he?
drop here. Does have the spike characters. Spear into the tower. MC with the big play. The stun to follow. He's gonna drop from Pizbot's stroke of fate, but MC, yep, the respect up, I think that is. But
That was
nice
a little
play.
bit suspect by Jug. Like, obviously you should have known. Oh wait, more?
Oh,
What?
oh,
Bat
they
Rider?
killed him. I think.
Solo kill?
Bottom tower
Yeah,
is under
he had
attack.
5 sticky
Oh,
napalms on him, so it was a dive on the
Hoodwink.
tower.
I think Hoodwink contributed. She's pretty low. I
Yeah, it
think
does look
so.
the way. Level 2 in the bushwhack is likely.
But yeah, that's like you only pick Bat Rider middle if it's gonna completely like lane dominate and shut the enemy mid down. But like Puck is not one of those heroes, and he just got 2 water runes. His bottle is like nice and fresh. He's a happy boy. So I don't know. Like, and this Magnus is having a way too good time top. But what is going on? He's doubling the Morphling CS.
I think the issue is Morphling's sitting around 400 to 500 HP, and every single cleave hit that Lightning gets on the creep wave
doesn't
takes
have to
about
be that-
10 to 20% of Slevin's HP.
It doesn't have to be that low though. Why is he
Yeah.
on 480? Like that's really rough. Like
He
that's
got
really
a
rough.
stun here from the Hoodwink. He's likely dead. Yep, Hoodwink coming in.
Yeah.
Miriam has a 2
Like he
levels.
can be on like 70 base damage. He doesn't have to be on 83. Like there's no need. He's got a good attack animation.
They have 300 damage between the likes of Lightning and Miriam just on their spells alone. That's without the Acorn bouncing back and without any of their right clicks. So he's got to be careful. Like, look at this. Then power hit, and then he... Oh, if he gets in range...
That's a massive problem. Like
Yeah.
why haven't?
Oh, we
What?
do see bottom. Own actually makes the rotation down bot. The bushwhack is going to be heading the wrong way. MZ fighting Invisible Unit. They see, they get the
Wyvern
kill.
goes up top.
Yep.
Like
Just-
this top lane is a disaster. I don't know how this happened. It's one of the reasons I don't like Winter Wyvern. His cooldown on his spells is so bad as a +5, and you can't use Splinter Blast in the lane. But why even level Splinter Blast then? Like get 2 levels into Cold Embrace and keep your Morphling topped up. Then you're the one expending resources. Like you're the one that's like constantly flying in like clarities to make sure your Morphling's full HP. And the nice thing about Morph is he can morph down to 300 HP, get Winter Wyvern healed, and then just morph back up the strength again. So they need to abuse that mechanic. He needs to get Cold Embrace level 2, like level 4 now if he does hit it. And Mr. Jones having a rough time on this Bat Rider as well. What is the CS?
He
Like,
was a
what is
little
it?
bit ahead at the start of it, but then that kill in the mid lane did sort of put him in a bad spot.
Like, this is such
He
a
can't do
hard-
anything against this puck.
Why pick this bat into this puck? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Maybe you're just not
okay,
good
I'm
at
gonna go help my friends.
Oh, you gotta be
Oh,
careful, Slevin. The strength morph is gonna barely be enough. That was so close. He's a lucky,
This
lucky man.
Meg is got double bracer. He
Power
bought the belt of strength and the glove of haste before he bought the boots. That's how confident he is. He doesn't need the additional movement speed in this lane. He's bullying hard enough. Look at Morphling CS.
Yeah.
Look at his net worth. He's just above the Hoodwink.
It's a bit of a rough game
I don't
here
know.
for Slevin. He's gone to jungle. He has the Morbid Mask, so maybe he gets more farm there, I guess. Oh, yeah,
The
Puck
draft is,
Own
like,
coming
not
up,
working out.
and Miriam's just gonna end up dying. Oh, sorry, not Miriam. Apologies, Wishfully. Is gonna just accept his fate.
Level 3 at almost 8 minutes.
Yeah.
like,
Is this a
that
repeat of
is-
Egg? You remember Egg? Egg on his
Oh,
lich.
yo.
Player's top
Like
Level
level 2 let 12 minutes. Like
Oh. You see exactly what
I'm
Miriam's done now. He's run into the jungle because he knows how what the 7 is. All that farm that you can enjoy on your own? Nope. And just watch. Tower's gone. Now with Lightning's gonna come and join that party
and
as well.
Hoodwink's the same level as the Morphling. Like this top lane was a disaster. They should have like moved the next in there. Like
Radiant's
Mag
bottom
can't have
tower
this, like
is
such a
under
big
attack.
free game. And look at this. Like what is this? I don't know. And
Yeah,
it looks
that's-
like he's going for the standard boots of travel build on the Bat Rider, and that's not gonna help them because Mars doesn't even have phase boots yet. So is he gonna rush the blink?
Ooh.
Oh, the
Miriam
wheels are
killing.
falling.
MC down bottom. There was an ulti coming out.
Radiant's
And I think
bottom
Jug
tower
just
has
spinned out of it, and Miriam was able to get the kill under the tower. Middle lane. Petspots, we could be careful here. They barely see each other.
But
Fog
can they
of
even kill
War,
him?
quite literally omniscient, is gonna have in, yeah. Does have the spike
Like how?
characters.
What? Like how feel?
Yeah, but now you have Own running in.
It such feels bad. Like your two supports finds his target and can't do anything, and Batrider can't do
Dream
anything.
Coil in the tower. He does pop it, so he's out of the tower range. Miriam is here though. Does have that stun set up if need be.
No
Mr.
arena,
Jones,
though.
I think they're going to try and get it. The stun is going to hit on as well. The Acorn's going to bounce between 4 of them. The Spike Carapace is going to stun it up briefly. But I mean, look at this. This is just kiting galore.
Yeah, no damage. Like they've got no damage. For them,
They're
I
hitting
don't
bot
know.
though. They might be able to find Joke here if he's not careful. But he does have the spin.
He's got Omni Slash. He'll kill them.
Yep. A good spear.
I don't think Jack cares about that.
Which really is dead. Because you have a Grimstroke juggling and he dies from that. As everything does.
Yeah, this is really rough for them. Like the wheels are falling off. Like Morphling's not farming. Mars is behind. This Batrider pick has done nothing for them. It can't apply pressure on the map. I don't know. It's really rough. And he's still going for the. He hasn't queued Boots of Travel yet, but I'm assuming he's got 1,800 gold. That's what he wants to go for. At this stage of the game, I would have. Oh wait, Hoodwink? Hoodwink?
Okay, he heard it coming.
Yeah, he heard it. He heard it. He heard it. He's morphed up. Okay, that's cheeky.
That's
Like,
the other bit
I'm
of
farming at 500 HP and I just get one-shotted by a
Squirrel. Squirrel with a crossbow. Gaben must be, IceRock must be at Fury as Pezbot. He's been going low here. You do have this double stun coming through, and the Batrider just going to die for all this damage. They're going to hit the Mars Arena, is going to be put into the wall from the likes of MC. Omniscient is going to try and get what he can onto Omen here. Does have the
messed
orb
up there.
out.
He
He's
messed
got
up.
it all. He's got to put it in, hop in the phase shift, jump out, but not going to go over the wall. He's going to get the kill on Omniscient. Wishfully, he's not going to get stunned, but MC will. Slevin showed up to the fight now. He wants a piece of the action. You better be careful.
Oh my gosh! What is going on, GHC? They are not. Oof.
Can I go back to the thing I said in game 1? Can we do a rock paper scissors? I think GHC has a better chance then. This is looking very rough.
I don't know if they're folding under the pressure or what's going on, but they can't take these fights without items. Batrider has got brown boots and a bottle.
Yeah.
And you're running at them. Mars has got brown boots and a soul ring, and you're running at them. Winter Wyvern just at level 6 now. He wasn't 6 for that engagement. And he's got brown boots. So Morphling's got treads, and that's about it. Like, they just need to calm it down. Batrider needs to start pushing out these side lanes. Mars needs to do the same. And if they lose a support that's defending a tower, that's fine.
Yeah.
Put this Winter Wyvern in front of towers. He's really good at defending towers with Splinter Blast. He needs to start putting more levels into it now so he can fulfill that specific purpose. I don't like this Arctic Burn max that he's doing. The pros on Winter Wyvern is doing 1 level Arctic Burn, and they're maxing Splinter Blast and Cold Embrace because those are your 2 good spells, and then you're rushing Holy Locket. So, because the Cold Embrace levels didn't help them at all in the lane. Like, Magnus still got everything that he wanted. So,
Dire's middle tower
Miriam,
is under
Lightning, they're going to see here what they can get. They don't have RP up, but Lightning does have that blink, which is enough at this point. Wishfully rather. Oh, the I don't think you counted for that replay being there. They are going to hit the Winter's Curse onto Miriam, but only one person there, so he's going to hop out the blink from Lightning.
that was... What just happened? Like,
I think GHC is fine with that because they know they've used the Omni Slash now. But
yeah, like that was
very rough.
And why would you need that Wyvern? I guess when Wyvern is down, they can push towers. They feel better about it, knowing the Winter's Curse is not on the map. So that might be a thing. But they're so far ahead. They should know this.
Yeah.
Like Magnus is going straight into BKB next item. A transitional item or anything, just straight BKB.
We see 4-man smoke now. RP is up, so they're going to look for the likes of Slevin. They don't have vision of him. They are observers
they
here.
smoked as well. Why are they smoking?
I think there was a good bit of
Wanna
knowledge
blink
of
reveal.
Slevin of back out rather. They do see the puck here, so Ohm's got to be very careful. Oh, going to have the Orb Rainer. Lightning is going to run into the roast, but you have the double Dream Coil onto NC, and wishfully you have the Juggernaut running in. It's going to be spinning at the moment. No Omni Slash coming out, as he did use it before. The back lasso is going to come through. And this is just a messy fight all around. No RP. What is going on? Blink forward and skew is going to be enough. Mr. Jones is going to run himself out. But Slevin is on the wrong side of the field. Offside, so this is a more to a disadvantage to you. Is he going to try and roast Tanai again? Is he going to try and do a juke? Okay, he's trying to do a little bit of a juke. Doesn't have a TP up. And sure, they're going to go down here at the end of the day.
They lost 4 heroes, and that was not good play by either side.
No, that was...
Dream Coil didn't really like have an impact there. Yes, he locked 2 heroes down for a bit.
RP was a very bit...
Yeah, GHC just don't have items. They got
Yeah.
Blink Dagger on this Mars and Boots of Trouble on Bat, and then they go, okay, let's fight. Your Bat has the ability now to prolong this game for you. Go push out the side lanes, get some farm, and your supports are the sacrificial lambs. Unfortunately, sorry, supports in games like this, you're the guy that's going to sit in front of a tower and defend it with your life. So, but it's still a gold gain if they do this. If Wyvern keeps pushing out these lanes with Splinter Blast, and he farms 600 gold, but he dies for 200, it's still a win. So they need to just get map control and just push out these side lanes until this Morphling. Their win condition now is this Morphling. He can't afford to join another fight and die. If Slevin dies one more time this game, in the next 10 minutes, I think this game is over. Like, he needs to be protected, he needs space. Because he's nowhere that close to anything.
Oh, the Mazarin is going to blinks out. Lightning is able to get out. Omen's coming in with the TP, is going to hit the Dream Core onto 3, snaps it onto the Batride, and you have the Stroke of Fate coming through with the Inkswell. That's going to be a very good Winter's Cursor. Wishfully takes out the Omni Slash, isn't going to commit to anything. You have the Herdwing ulti coming through, is going to hit.
They caught the
one
Morph!
hit from the Jug. Morphling, you got to be very careful. RP in 3, 2, 1. It's up, but no blink. Slevin, you gotta really be careful here. He doesn't have to push through, and he gets silenced as he put through the morph. So no strength morphing there, and he just dies. Dead for 30 seconds now, doesn't have even his Yasha at this point in the game.
26-5. 26-5. That's a rough scoreline.
What did it cost? Pezbot asked them. Yeah, this is a very rough, very, very rough game. We've been saying that the whole
lighten things
time,
up a
but
bit.
it's true.
Production, can we have a role winner there? Maybe can we do announcement? Are you guys happy with that, or are we still opening this free stuff a little bit? Oh, who won? Production say. Oh, production is rolling.
Now.
Production is rolling.
You guys, it was 2 minutes ago, but
Yeah. No, George, please enlighten us. What were you doing there?
what was I doing? Where? A drum roll.
What were you doing? Like, what was it? Do it again.
What? I'm confused.
I just wanted you to make some noises. Okay, guys. So the winner,
It's Callum Foster.
of the ESL limited edition shirt is Callum Foster. Callum, please pop a message in the chat so production can get a hold of you. If Callum does not claim his prize in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then the production will do a reroll. So Callum, please, chat, just claim your prize, please. Let production get hold of you.
Just one.
But let's get back to this game because
let's
only a
get back
9k
to
difference. Only a 9k difference.
Oh, Jug is going to run into Wishfully here. He doesn't have Omni Slash, but he does have the spin. MC is just playing hidden for now. You have more heroes coming in though. You have the Lightning with the blink. The RP is going to get stunned immediately. He still doesn't pop it. MC is going to be Winter's Cursed onto the Juggernaut. Not much damage coming out. Jug has ulti in 13 seconds, so they might want to play for this. Dream Coil is going to just completely pop Slevin. You have the lasso coming out onto the Jug, but it barely lost anything. You have the stun from Nisian, he gets run down regardless. Oh, don't even have to use RP there.
GG's come out soon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if GG's come out soon. Like, your mid bat rider is 0 for 5.
They just called it. Slevin, GG, typed in the chat. This is going to be Aura Gaming. I'm just going to wait for it to go. Okay, there we go.
Congratulations to Aura.
That is Aura. Moving on to round number 2 of this lower bracket in the EGL 1. Brought to you by HP and Omen, of course. And that means GHC is going to be knocked out of the tournament. So that's a tied 13th to 16th place for them. A little bit disappointing. I think they're a better team than they showed here today. That's definitely the case. I think.
Yeah, I think they're a much better team than what happened today. I don't know if it was maybe a little bit of jitters or nerves, but they just didn't play structured Dota. Like they never shoved out their lanes. This Batrider last pick for them was absolutely horrendous. That was I don't know who made that call, but this team can give him a bit of flack over the next few weeks because, like, if Puck is showing, Batrider is not your hero, guys. Like that is not how you go. But let's not take it away from Aura Gaming. Their draft was very solid. Game 2 and game 1. They knew it. They knew their win conditions. They read the map well, and they took objectives extremely well. So, yeah, congratulations to Aura, and they are going up against who in the next round?
White Rabbit Gaming. So
That's gonna be a big one, eh?
yeah, it's going to be a good one. White Rabbit fell to, I believe it was Duck.
It was
No, it was Sinister 5. Forgive me.
Sin 5.
Sin 5. So they are in that low bracket now, and those games are going to be kicking off next week, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes,
Mr.
it'll
Production?
be Tuesdays and Thursdays if ESCOM allows it. And if not, then we'll have updates on social. So please follow Evesports on Twitter. Follow them on Facebook.
Evesports ZA. There's Evesports ZA. Evesports is a different one, but be sure to do that. Facebook, just anyway, just go to LinkedIn. You'll find everything. I'm sure not. But anyway.
But that's it from my side. Do you have any last words for us there, George?
Thank you for watching. At the end of the day, that's the entire reason we can do this is because you guys come and watch these games, and it is nice to bring it and show the prowess that SA Dota has at the moment. We're enjoying all of the activity, and I would I'd like to say thank you to EGL for putting on a great tournament, and HP and Omen helping out with that as well, because 50,000 rand prize pool. This is big for the SA scene, and it's been growing so much as of late that it's good to see everything that's happening at the moment. So thank you, Mr. EGL1, all the people involved, and yeah, thank you again for you guys for watching. I think that's everything. Yeah.
On our way out.
Bye bye.
Cheers, guys.